Welcome to the No Name Podcast, sponsored by Texsource. Here's your host, Ryan Bolin and Mike Hoey.
All right, guys, what's going on? Ryan here with Texsource with another podcast. We have a new guest here today. His name's Jeff. As always, Mike is the co-host. We'll call him actually the host, the main host.
I'm the co-host.
Co-host. I'm the main host.
You are the host.
But I'm the main host.
Well, I'm your co-host. I don't know if
man.
that's equality in hosting or what.
Gotcha. We thought of another name, and we're going to have to get someone to record this one because I don't know which way we want to say it, but what the screen print?
Yeah.
Kind of trying to play it off of why the hell are people screen printing? Why am I here? Why am I in this shop? Also kind of like a question mark.
Yeah.
What the screen print? What is going on there?
Yeah, it's been a difficult task. We should have gotten everybody in on it to put their 2 cents in.
Screen print?
Throw a bunch of names in a hat, just pull it, call it a day.
That must be a main topic because a lot of people who are here at Texsource this week is all saying whether we have no name.
Yeah.
Still a no name.
That's because I called it the No Name Podcast.
Oh.
It's out there on Spotify as the No Name Podcast.
Well, there you go. You got a name.
But what the screen print? What's going on?
What the screen print? Yeah.
What do you think? You don't
It
care.
worked.
Anyways, we're here with Jeff. He is one of our salesmen, Texsource salesmen in Georgia. Prior to that, he was with American Niagara or T Squares. Worked with them for a long time. You blended chemicals. You did. I don't know what you did. I don't know why I said that.
Shipped blended chemicals, did accounting, did mixed inks, fixed spot guns. Fixed a lot of spot guns.
He can be called the spot gun guru.
Yeah. I've never in my 30 plus years have been able to fix a spot gun. That they always come with like a spring and some other stuff.
Yep.
But when those things die, because if you don't put it on some sort of tether, it's going to hit the floor and you just have to order another one.
Typically, if it hits the floor and breaks the nozzle, you could just buy another nozzle, slap it on there. You got a brand, it's working just like normal. A lot of people, what they don't do is they're supposed to put like a 3-in-1 type oil in the gun. If they did that to keep it lubricated, it's just like if you had a gun at home.
Yeah.
You keep it lubricated, you clean it, it's going to work right.
Wow.
Your actual pow gun at home.
Yeah, my pow guns.
The pew pew.
Pew pew. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So your actual handguns, rifles.
Yeah. So I don't think the general screen printing people know about this oiling the gun. Maybe we should do a video of him repairing one of these and throw it up online at some point, shouldn't we?
Call him Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Taking it apart.
Yeah. See how fast I can do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll blindfold him.
Oh, there you go.
Can you not just, at the end of the day or at the end of the week, empty out the spot gun, spray water out of it to clean all the nozzles, and it be good?
Is that what's breaking them down?
Sometimes the chemical that you have to spray it out with is sometimes the chemicals reacting with the material of the actual gun itself. So it might kind of seize it up. Like there's a couple springs in there, and if the springs get caught up, all you're going to hear is like a humming from it.
Yeah.
So,
I've been there. And the humming.
And actually, if you take that, you can actually, there's a couple ways to take it apart. If you take it apart, I call it a cheater's method. I have my own method.
A what? Teeter or cheater?
Cheater.
Cheater. Okay.
Like cheating.
Okay.
So if you take that little brass set screw out, pull that out, you can actually pull the nozzle and everything else out from the gun, and you'll look at that spring, and that spring is compressed.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is try to get it, out. Stretch it out, or try to get it out.
And that's the extra part you always get in the.
That's one of the extra springs that you'll have, and then you also have.
We definitely have to do a video on that.
People are always calling the spot guns break all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
That's why I was thinking, can you just not take the fluid out every afternoon or once a week and then spray the spot gun out with water, and then it'd be kind of cleansed and still be good? But
yeah, you still want to throw some kind of oil in it and let it kind of. But yeah, if it's ideal if people actually take the chemical away from the gun when they're done using it.
Okay.
Like either put it back in the bottle or just kind of store it.
Yeah.
Because if they just have that nozzle. I mean, the suction tube and everything just sitting in that chemical.
Yeah.
The chemical's going to eat it, and eventually
Wow.
it'll start tearing it away at it.
I gotcha.
It's just
like all these years, like I said, I never knew. I mean, I've had my hands on maybe 25 of these guns over the years because they
I'm
die.
jealous. Only 25.
Yeah, they die on you. This is good info, man. I mean, this is
Yeah.
I can see a paradigm shift in our customers and the problems they have with the spot guns.
I mean, weekly. I mean, we probably have.
Yeah.
There for a while, we run through a bunch.
Yeah. And there's people that'll drop them. And that's typically your nozzle or be the housing of the gun that are broken. I mean, you can buy parts and actually fix it. And then most of the people that have a gun that's seized, and it's just, well, I call it seized, but it's just not, all you're going to hear is that hum. But if you can actually just take it apart, throw a new spring on it, change the other spring, and you're good to go.
Wow, all of those years, I wish I would have saved all those tiny little clear plastic bags with the spring in there.
Yeah, there's so many people that just have like mountains of these guns and parts and everything.
Yeah.
And you basically just Frankenstein the shit.
It's a graveyard. You know, you have a graveyard of guns. In fact, I know if you buy a full barrel, you used to get a free gun.
You used to get a gun, yeah.
And you had to ask.
And then
for
somebody
it.
had to repair it, and it was me.
Yeah, no, really.
A full what?
If you bought like a full 55-gallon barrel,
gotcha.
which that's a small shop, that's like a 10-year supply. But the bigger shops, you would get a gun every time that you did that.
Yep.
So that was like the sweet deal. Buy $2,000 worth of chemical, and we'll give you a gun.
It's kind of a crappy.
And it might work, it might not.
Yeah. So it was a refurb in there.
It might have been. You never know.
$100 gun for a 55-gallon drum.
That's what they do.
That sucked.
Yeah. And you had to ask for it. They wouldn't send it to you. You had to call up and say, hey, where's my free gun? And then they would have
Depends on who is shipping that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else I'm talking about.
So what's going on down there in Georgia? I mean, we're in the middle of the winter. So are you starting to see some movement with people as far as they're getting prepared for spring or getting their spring stuff?
Some people are starting to amp up. There's still a lot of customers right now that are still slow because of the holiday season and everything. They kind of just slowed down, but they're all kind of gearing up to, get crazy in the spring again. It was pretty busy last year for everybody. So
yeah, it's definitely a time. If you have a screen printing shop, this is the time you get your marketing in line and you get your strategy.
Clean up your warehouse.
Yeah, clean up, maintenance, and clean up too means clean up your list of customers that you have. Those bottom 20, 30%, just ditch them, throw them to the street and go look for some more top tier customers is what, typically is a good thing to do.
Going back to the name, what do you think about what the screen print?
Pretty good. Something different.
We've gone through several, but
that or you guys just keep the podcast with no name.
Name.
You're already there, right?
The No Name Screen Printing podcast.
No Name Screen Printing.
And it's always just the joke because we don't have a name.
That's nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't think I get down with that. I can't do that.
He can't sleep at night.
He needs a name or he's not going to sleep.
At midnight, I get a text if we thought of a name.
Yeah. But well, thank you, Jeff, for coming on the podcast today.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
This is you're our second guest here, so
And we've upgraded, right?
Probably the same level.
Dang. Well, at least the video me fixing this thing will be good.
This was good. We got everybody hates a spot gun. I drop kick them and just get them out of there because they always break. But it's good information.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
for you as well.
Yeah, we definitely got to get a video up in the future, even if I have to drive down. How far is it from here?
It's 3 hours.
Oh, well, shit. You're going to have to send me the video. I'll voice it over.
Yeah. It's quick, man. Honestly, anybody brings them or they call me and say I got a problem. If I can put my hands on it, I can fix it normally.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thanks for joining the podcast. We'll see
Appreciate
you guys later.
Awesome. Thanks.